Welcome to In Touch with the Chamber. I'm Sharon Shepard. Joining me today is Lauren Vaden, and she is Human Resources Manager with our local Lowe's Home Improvement store. And as we all know, the weather is starting to tease us a bit and has been warm. So we really want to talk to Lauren about what all's going on at Lowe's to help us get ready for this season. But Lauren, I want to thank you very much for being on the show today.
Thank you very much for having me.
And tell us, what all does your job entail?
As a HR manager with Lowe's, some of my responsibilities include recruitment and retention, maintaining our employee time records, and being a liaison for our store associates and managers.
Okay. Now, can you give us kind of an overview of Lowe's? I think most people, they know, oh, it's Lowe's Home Improvement, but I think there's probably more to it.
So Lowe's started in 1946 as a small hardware store in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. It is now the 8th largest retailer in the United States. We are a Fortune 50 company. We are active in the community, and we are also a large contributor to the community.
Very good. Yeah, I think that's something to know. I mean, you guys have been in business that many years, and I don't know, I kind of look at like North Wilkesboro as thinking you guys are a regional company. It's not, across the country, Los Angeles or somewhere where your home office are. I mean, you guys are close by.
Yes.
Now, I know you're getting ready for what you guys call improving season. Tell us, what is improving season?
Improving season is our busiest time of the year. As the warmer temperatures start to come around, people are excited to start their outdoor projects, from planting flowers to spreading mulch to outdoor home improvement.
Okay, so how long does improving season generally last?
So depending on the weather, usually we'll start to notice around March when the temperatures start to get warmer, and it'll last till about July or towards the beginning of August.
Okay. Now, as far as the store itself, how are you guys getting ready for improving season? I mean, if we were to go in today or then versus over the weekend, what are some of the changes we're going to be starting to see?
We are adding on extra associates to the sales floor to provide good customer service to our customers, and you will start to see extra inventory in the store as well.
Okay, so I know I always like the garden center, so I'm sure that'll be one of the areas that's just going to be booming.
Yes, our plants will start arriving probably in the middle of February towards the beginning of March, and they will continue to come through, and you'll see a large array of plants and trees coming in.
Okay. Well, I know as you were talking about, you're going to add extra associates onto the floor. So I know you guys are holding open interviews. So can you tell us what is an open interview for you guys? I mean, how do you work that?
So we are hosting open interviews Wednesday, February 13th from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. As long as someone has placed an application online to our 3 seasonal positions that we have posted, they will be able to walk in the store and get an interview that day.
Okay, now when you say you've got 3 seasonal positions that are listed, what are those?
So the positions that are listed are receiving, outside lawn and garden, and cashier.
Okay.
But they will also be able to interview for any of the sales floor positions that we have.
Okay, and I guess it's important to say that, okay, you say you've got those 3 positions, but you're not looking for 3 people. I mean, you're looking for multiple people for each position.
Yes, that's correct. We didn't want to have too many positions posted and maybe miss somebody through the application process. So we have the 3 positions, but we are looking to hire around 30 to 40 people this year.
Oh, that's incredible. That's
Yes.
great. Now, as far as those 3 positions, I know cashier, that's kind of self-explanatory. I know that, you're waiting on customers, you're ringing them up, getting them out the store with great customer service.
Yes.
Now, as far as the receiving and the others, what would that entail?
Receiving would be either helping stock our shelves or helping unload our trucks that come in.
Right. Now, as far as receiving, would they have anything to do also with helping folks load their vehicles, or is that a different area?
That will be more of the sales floor.
Okay.
With the sales floor, it could be working outside, assisting customers, maybe trying to find a certain plant or mulch, or either helping them load the mulch, or if they get stones or anything like that. And then also inside of the store, we will increase the associates on the sales floor as well, inside lawn and garden if they need help finding a mower, paint, and then lumber as well seems to be a busy area this time of year.
I guess so, because you were talking about your outside home improvement things. That's not just gardening. I mean, there's a lot of different things you could be doing on the outside as far as your home improvement.
Yes.
I think it's probably a big time for decks.
Oh, yes. Decks, fences, things like that.
Okay. Now, with the open interviews, okay, so you said somebody needs to go to the website first. So what is the website that they would need to?
So they will go to lowes.com/careers, and then they will make sure that they select Martinsville, Virginia, and then
Okay.
the 3 positions will post up there.
Okay.
And then they'll just click on one and follow the process. It doesn't take but a couple of minutes to complete it.
Okay. Now, if somebody is applying, do they have to apply under one of those 3 positions, or can they apply under all 3 if they think that their skill set would be welcomed any of those?
They can apply to all 3, but as long as they have one application on file, they'll be able to interview for any of the positions that we have.
So they only have to do the one, and then you can interview. Now, you did mention you've got those 3, but then you said folks, you will also be interviewing for other positions that are within the store.
Yes, so the outside lawn and garden position that's posted will be for all of our sales floor positions.
Okay.
So it could be that somebody might not be excited about working outside, but might like working inside. So we'll have several positions inside as well.
Okay, so that it's all covered under that.
Yes.
Okay, so the main thing is they need to remember to go to lowes.com/careers and to fill out the application before coming in.
Yes.
Okay, and that's really the only thing they need to do ahead of time to prepare?
Yes.
Okay. Now, as far as the day of the interviews and when folks come in, what do you expect from them as far as, dress for success, dress because they know it's a little more casual at Lowe's? What do they need to think about on that side?
A good rule of thumb is to always dress to impress.
Right.
And then make sure they're going to be able to speak on their previous work experience as well.
Okay, now, would they need to bring in any ID or anything like that, or is that something that would be later on if they were hired?
It would be nice if they had a form of ID on them that
Okay,
day.
so dress to impress, and bring ID, and make sure they have filled out the application
Yes.
online. Now, if someone would show up and they had not filled out the application online, is there an opportunity that they can do that on site?
Yes, we have computers available for them to do that. We won't have very many people to be able to assist them with navigating through the entire process, but we would be able to get them started on the application at that point.
Okay, and I do want to mention that I guess anyone that doesn't have access to computers or internet at home, they can always go to the Virginia Employment Commission, the VEC, across the street from Kroger, right there in that plaza with the Dollar Tree, because they are always there to help folks get their information as far as applications go and filled out.
Yes, and we advertised with them as well, so they
Okay.
would be aware of us hosting the open interviews.
Okay, and if they don't want to do that, there's always the library
That's
too.
right.
So it's like there's lots of avenues to get that application in
Yes.
if you don't have those capabilities at home.
Yes.
That's very good. Well, I know, so we're talking about people, how many you're going to be hiring and what they need to bring with them and things. But now, if someone is hired for seasonal help, what will they, like as far as training and that type of thing, what would happen or how's it go?
Once they are hired on with Lowe's, we have a Red Vest program that they will go through. There's a lot of computer training that they will start with. Once they finish with that, then they go on the sales floor and they have a mentor that they would be with to kind of learn a little bit about retail and learn a little bit about Lowe's. Not everybody that comes through Lowe's has retail experience,
Right.
and that's okay.
Right.
So we offer that opportunity for them to train with them roughly about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then they're on the sales floor ready to go.
Okay, so and that's a nice feeling, just having thinking myself when I've worked retail in past years, knowing that you're going to go through some training and that you do have a mentor, that they're not just going to put you out on the floor and say, "Have at it, good
That's
luck."
right. And I like to reassure people that just because they may not have worked for a home improvement retailer before, worked in retail, we try to train the best that we can and offer opportunities for them.
Right, and I think not just for retail, but for any position that you're going to be hiring for. But I think it does go very closely hand in hand with retail. It's like, just remember your customer service and to put your best foot forward and think about when you come in shopping, whether it is a home improvement store or you've gone to the grocery store somewhere, how you want to be treated and how you want to be greeted.
Yes,
Yeah, because I think that goes a long way, and that can go a long way with their interview process.
that's right.
Yeah, it's like always give a smile, give a smile. I'll tell you, why don't we take a quick break, and when we come back, I know we want to talk some more about the open interviews, but then also the possibility of permanent positions, and also, you know, some of the benefits of working for Lowe's.
Okay.
Okay, so thanks, and please stay with us. Welcome back to In Touch with the Chamber. If you're just joining me, my guest today is Lauren Vaden, and she is the HR manager for our local Lowe's Home Improvement store. And we've been talking about improving season and how they are gearing up for that, and they're going to be having an open interviews for jobs that they're going to need to have for improving season to make sure that everything goes well and people have all the help they need, and you guys can sell.
That's right.
Well, tell you, let's start back, and I do have a question. I was wondering if someone is hired for the seasonal help, which is, you know, the improving season, you know, is there an opportunity for them to stay on, or if once improving season's over, is that it for them?
So there is an opportunity. We have had several associates that started out as a seasonal hire and were able to obtain a position at either full-time or part-time in the store.
Okay, so that's great to know. And then as far as like for seasonal help, are there any type of benefits or anything that go with those positions?
Well, one great perk of being an employee with Lowe's, even as a seasonal hire, is an employee discount.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes. And then they also have the potential of becoming a full-time or part-time associate.
Okay. Now, with your full-time and your part-time associates, are there any benefits that go along with those positions?
So Lowe's offers great benefits. They even offer benefits to our part-time associates. So Lowe's offers medical, vision, and dental for our full-time and part-time associates.
Oh, that's nice, because
yes.
a lot of times you don't get that with the part-time.
Yeah, not many employers will offer
Right.
part-time benefits.
Right.
We also have an employee stock purchase plan that they can sign up for, or 401k.
Okay, now with the stock purchase plan, is that for full-time and part-time?
Yes.
Okay, and then as far as your 401k, is that for both?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So again, options that aren't always available for part-time folks. So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, that says so much about the company right there without even having gone in. I think when you see a company that's wanting to take care of their employees in this way, whether they're full-time or part-time, I think that says a lot about them.
Lowe's is a wonderful company to work for.
Yeah, and how long have you been with Lowe's?
I have been with Lowe's for 2 years now.
Okay, and I know you were telling me during the break that you wish you'd have gone to work for them sooner, like as soon as you were out of college.
I wish I would have. Looking back, just with the benefits and how well they treat their employees, I wish that I could have done it 10 years ago.
Okay, so that again says so much for the company and for our local store. Now, folks that might come in, start out improving season, end up going full-time or part-time into a permanent position, are there opportunities for growth or advancement?
One great thing with Lowe's is there's always opportunities, whether it's in the local store that they're working in or other stores.
Okay.
We have 3 stores that are probably around 30 minutes away from us.
Okay.
So we have several people that may start out as a part-time associate and continue to work their way up to maybe a sales specialist, a department supervisor, or even a store manager.
Okay. So now, like, what exactly is a sales specialist?
So the sales specialist, there's certain areas of the store that they would be in, possibly like flooring or appliances. They really know the product.
Okay.
They have to know the product, and then they will work with the customer on setting up a detail, setting up the sale of it. So we have them in our key selling areas of the store.
Okay, and then I guess as far as supervisors, it's kind of like they would have a part or division of the store that they're over.
Yes, so Lowe's started the department supervisor positions actually this year.
Okay.
So you will see an increase of supervisors on the sales floor. These supervisors usually have about 1 to 2 departments that they are over. They are involved on the sales floor, in the departments, So it helps with coverage on the sales floor and also more supervisors on the sales floor as well
Okay.
to help out.
Okay, well, that's awesome that somebody that does start out full-time or even part-time has that opportunity to move up within the store.
Yes.
And then I know you were mentioning that within our area, there's like within 30 minutes of our area, there's several Lowe's stores. So I guess, do you kind of post things within so people have an opportunity?
Yeah, so a lot of our positions are posted internal to begin
Okay.
with, especially our full-time positions. So once you're in as an employee with Lowe's, the positions are posted in the store, and then they'll also see internally that they're posted. So they kind of get first dibs on positions.
Which is a
Yes,
good thing.
yeah.
They've kind of come in and paid some of their dues and
That's right.
have the opportunity to move into full time. Well, I'm very impressed that you guys do offer the benefits and the employee stock on the 401k for part time and full time. I mean, that again, I can't say enough about what that says about Lowe's.
Yes.
Well, I know you were talking, we were talking about that you guys have been in business, over 60 years, but you were saying you were with the Fortune.
The Fortune 50?
Uh-huh. So that again says a lot. As far as what do you think that does for Lowe's or says for Lowe's?
I think it shows longevity, and it shows that we're making sure we're meeting the needs of our customers and taking care of the employees. We have employees that have been in Lowe's for over 30 years, and you don't see that very often
No, you
anymore.
don't.
A lot of people will stay a year or so and decide to go somewhere else, but I think with the benefits that they offer and taking care of the employees, it really says a lot. And that was one thing I noticed when I came on board with our local Lowe's was the amount of employees that had been there 10 plus years.
Well, and I'm thinking myself as a customer to go in and you do see the same folks, or you see the familiar faces that you see when you go, and okay, they're gonna, they've been here, they know the product, they're gonna be able to help me, and I'm gonna get the best thing that I need.
I think a lot of our customers are able to develop relationships and know who to come in and see and
Right.
depend on, and also they have that product knowledge, which really means a lot.
It does, because sometimes, you can go someplace and it's like you've got the questions. I'm really bad because I will ask a bunch of questions and I'm sure they're like, here she comes again. Maybe
That's
not as
okay.
bad at Lowe's, but anything that's technical.
Right.
Really. So it's
That's
like-
what we're here for.
Yeah, but it's nice when somebody is able to answer your questions, no matter how minor it may be or how major it may be about the product. And it's very nice. It's comforting to think that, okay, they know the product, I'm going to get the best that I need.
Right.
Yeah. Well, now let's go back over some of the things about the open interviews, because
Okay.
just in case someone who wasn't watching during the first half. So open interviews will be February 13th.
Wednesday, February 13th from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. They can go to customer service and can be directed of where the location is of where they need to go. The biggest thing is just to make sure they have an application submitted online. There's 3 positions posted right now as seasonal, and if they don't have access to a computer, they're more than welcome to come to the store. We just won't be able to help them very much through the process that day.
So they can either maybe come prior to, or like we were saying at the during the first half of the show, they can always go to the VEC or even the library and get great help on getting their application in. Okay, so I know we were talking about those 3 positions for this improving season. If you'll kind of go over those again and
Okay.
what they entail.
So one of the positions posted is seasonal cashier, and that would be assisting the customers at the registers, and then just making sure we're offering good customer service to them. I always tell the cashiers that they're the last person that the customers see, so you
True.
can make or break the experience.
It's very true.
And then we have outside lawn and garden, which is our requisition for all of our sales floor positions. So it could be outside lawn and garden, inside lawn and garden, paint, lumber. Those are just to name a few of the ones that we'll be interviewing for. But that requisition will cover all of those.
Okay.
We did outside lawn and garden just because that's where the majority of the people will be going.
Okay.
And then we also have receiving, and that will entail for truck unloaders and our stockers.
Okay. Now, I know you were talking about the DIY projects. Can you tell us more about? You were telling me. I guess can you tell all of us a little more about that?
So pretty soon you'll start seeing advertisements for DIY where they can come in on Saturday mornings and learn how to do a special project. We'll have different themes each week. We'll be receiving more information pretty soon. I'm very excited. Hopefully I'll be able to learn a couple of things.
Well, I'm excited. I was excited when you told me. I'm thinking, oh, maybe she wasn't supposed to talk about that.
That's all right. That's all right. Everybody knows now.
Okay.
So everybody can come in and learn different things on Saturday mornings. We'll have a schedule printed out pretty soon. It'll start in March.
Okay.
And we will have different themes of different things that we'll be teaching each week. We will have different employees kind of leading that as a project coordinator.
Okay. Now, some of those, I'm guessing, it might be something about maybe painting techniques or maybe container gardening or something. Am I kind of right along those lines?
Yes, it'll be simple things that can be done in the store in a timely manner. It could be, using grout and tile and like the container gardens. I'm not sure what else. We haven't received a schedule yet.
Right,
but I think they're going to also gear towards some projects for women as well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that was something else we received in the communication.
Very fun. That's all exciting. And you guys always have great products, and now we can learn exactly how to use them.
That's
and
right.
Get the good. I'll tell you, before we end the show, is there anything that I've not covered that you feel like folks would need to know for the open interviews, or if there's anything else about Lowe's that you want us to know?
Just to recap, I mean, seasonal is a great time for people to get on board with Lowe's. I absolutely love this time of year as far as us being busy, having more product available. I'm excited to see what kind of plants we'll be getting, but then also to get your foot in the door. Open interviews is a great way for that.
Okay.
It could be that if we only had 1 or 2 positions, you might not have gotten an interview, but having the open interviews, we'll be able to put a name with a face, and you'll be able to sell yourself that day.
That's nice. Nice. Definitely a great opportunity. So again, the open interviews you said are February the 13th?
Yes, from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Okay, so how long do you think each interview, should somebody prepare to be there?
Depending on the amount of people that come through, we have 2 managers that are doing the interviews.
Okay.
The interviews will probably take about 15 to 20 minutes per each person. So I would plan to at least be there for about an hour to about an hour and a half.
Okay, very good. And I guess, DJ, if I can get you to put the flyer up one more time just so folks can get the information, give them a chance to jot that down. And as they're looking at that, Lauren, I want to thank you so much for being on the show and just for everything you're doing for the employees at Lowe's and for the potential employees.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Okay, thank you. And I hope everyone will take advantage of the open interviews and go right out and see Lauren and the others at Lowe's on February the 13th. Thank you and have a great day.